Good morning. Good morning. What's on your mind? Good morning, Vietnam. I was thinking I was thinking I messed up my wrist, but then if there's like little implants here, like alongside my arm, I'm thinking maybe there's just some like pressure swelling from implants. Actually, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, yeah, although I did feel pressure, I feel less of it now, kind of, because I think the pressure points were coming from, let's say, here, mid-bend, and kind of giving my wrist tension here. I did have a little scab there, which I put peroxide on, and then I put coconut oil on. Coconut oil is good to kind of disinfect. Well, if it's like so let's say if it's an infection, so the peroxide did bubble, and then I put coconut oil on. Sometimes if the peroxide is bubbling, it's a sign of a I don't want to say parasite to creep you out, but it's like the sign of let's say something living or breathing and poking out kind of through your skin. So sometimes it's just, if it bubbles, it does mean like infection of some point, or it could mean parasite. We can talk about parasites if you want. Talk about anything you want. What's on your mind? I don't know, there's a few YouTubers I follow. I haven't seen them in a while. Go Nootropics guy. He's kind of always interesting. He does talk slow. He has that real slow way, but he always drives his point home in a really easy sort of way. Now then you have your fast talkers, your kind of fast sharp talkers who are always like that. And then you have your slow, kind of methodical people. So I'd say that the guy at Go Nootropics or whatever, that I haven't caught his videos, but he's like one of those more slow, methodical type talkers. So anyways, everybody has their own style. And there are people who are good at, debating others. I like Jared Taylor, Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes, he's okay, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to keep up. There's so many people on the internet. I don't really have time to keep up with anybody right now. I'm not really interested in the well, no, I'm not. There's certain, I don't, I'm not following, I'm not into politics as much right now. As far as Trump goes, I'm more on the opinion of, David Knight, who's criticized Trump for everything he did in 2020. So, yeah, I'm not really into the political stuff so much. But yeah, my wrist feels kind of okay, I think. So I think there was some pressure points here. And I even thought it was from the scab, maybe, from the little scraping my arm or whatever. Which would be odd, which wouldn't really make sense, would it? It would make more sense if it's some kind of implant here causing pressure into the nerves, or in the back. Actually, the last time I did get a massage, I did want regular massage. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's on your mind. It could be anything. You could be thinking about rainbow squirrels, maybe. Rainbow squirrels. It's probably an odd thing to think about, but it's a free world. Think as you like. Nobody's trying to put thoughts in your brain. I don't know what's going on. Are people still moving out of California? The borders open. That's what I've been reading about. Open borders, not just in America, but in every first world, European country. They're kind of being invaded by people who are not like them and aren't really assimilating well. They're committing crimes, rape, violence, stuff. Not so much to the people like themselves, but to the people whose country they're going into. I'm sure there's rape within their own ethnic community as well, but the crimes I'm hearing about are from their race to other races. Maybe I just hear about those more, and it's they rape their own or commit crimes against their own at equally. South Africa, the Boers, they figure they're living on borrowed time because the South African government is basically communist, it's kind of sad for the South African people who built South Africa, the Dutch Boers, who figured out how to farm that place, which wasn't easy. To see it just kind of, to see them literally be just picked off one by one, it's sad. But it's downstream from that bad government. Nelson Mandela, communist, whoever, was it the ANC? It's downstream from bad government. All that crime that the government just disarmed, the Dutch farmers who are getting slaughtered in their homes. Some of the, people being killed are tortured for hours on end, raped, gruesome stuff. So that's happening in South Africa to white Dutch farmers. That's going on every day. I just saw a post of, they did how many Dutch farmers were killed, like home invasion type killing. It was a pretty big number. I tweeted it on Twitter there. I retweeted somebody's tweet. Yeah, that's happens, like, then you don't hear about it in the news. The news is talking about Ukraine and Russia. So I think America has a military, a government that's not representative of the people. I think Ukraine is in the same situation. Zelensky is this installed puppet. He's going to wreck Ukraine for America or for the New World Order or whatever, but we don't have a representative government here in this country. We have a bunch of communists in DC. It's more than a swamp, but Trump didn't drain the swamp. He didn't jail Hillary. He closed your business, right? That's what he did in 2020. But no, it's not his fault. It's somebody else's fault. He's exposing them. Even if your child or your family member gets injected and dies from his shot, his warp speed shot, it's never his fault. It's always somebody else's fault. You can make a million excuses for Trump. Not his fault. So, yeah, what's on your mind, What's on your mind? The future, right? How do you navigate the future, control outcome? That's what we're all trying to do. We want to suture up your future, like that song goes. We, there's a lot of preppers, I guess, want to run and hide. I've heard arguments definitely against that because, matter of fact, I just saw a post on Gab saying the Amish farmers need your help. So the Amish are no doubt, it wouldn't be surprised that the Amish are being attacked by the communists, the DC communists. That's not surprising whatsoever. So I'll have to read that. Maybe I'll read that later. I do support Gab and what is it, Andrew Torba. I think he's doing a good job. Not that I'm really religious, but I was saying in a Twitter room the other day that I find myself siding with religious folks morally for whatever reason. And I got into it with Jerry DeCamp, the melted building guy. He goes off on everybody, which is fine, but he kind of just felt really, looks like triggered, I guess, overly triggered about, I asked if is God on our side, and he's like, oh, another God tard. Well, no, I'm not a God tard. It's an actual question of good versus evil. Basically what I was saying is God on our side because the side of good, pro-humanity. That's basically what I meant, versus God being on the side of communists, right? In short. But yeah, he went off like a little baby. That's fine. Go ahead, go off, delete, block me, delete me from Facebook, whatever. You had like 2 people in your chat to begin with, and I was one of them. Sure you had different streams going, but I didn't see anybody there at all. So yeah, delete the few people that you have, and just yell at everybody. Wow, nobody's here. I don't know what's going on. It's the algorithms. Yeah, okay. But you still, still do good work. Still respect your work, but yeah, I do believe good will win, and if it doesn't, it's just I don't know. I'm gonna pray for South Africa, I guess. We gotta think about solutions, not just focus on problems. Then once you start thinking about solutions, you think about, well, who are they? Who are the people? Who's doing it? And then you can't talk about certain people because you get in trouble. So you can't really fight back if they censor speech. So they made it so they're trying to cripple you or handicap you. So you can't fight back. So they can do what they want to you. And you can't even say anything about it. You can't even say who it is or what it is they're doing, because you'll be called a bunch of bad names. So you just have to put up with it and try to fight back different ways. Well, I can't do this, or I can't actually say what they're doing or who it is, but maybe I can do something else, fight back different ways.